Good afternoon, Leanne Burnett Morse with Fort Mill Economic Partners, back with you today with the second in our series of briefings on economic relief efforts related to the coronavirus. A couple of big changes in the last 24 hours. We've received word, of course, that the White House and the Senate have reached an agreement on Phase 3 of the federal stimulus program. That looks to be about a $2 trillion program. We're going to be watching for that to make its way through the remainder of the process. The House will be taking it up. We're interested to find out what the provisions are for small businesses, as well as what provisions, if any, there are for self-employed individuals. We've heard billions for small businesses and also employee tax retention credits. So we're going to be watching for what those are and bring that to you. Also, in the last day, Mecklenburg County, our neighbor to the north, announcing a stay-at-home order. This has a big impact on us in Fort Mill. A lot of our residents live here and work in Charlotte. A lot of our businesses do business back and forth across that state line. So again, watching to see what impact that will have. Still no word at this point of South Carolina being issued an order of that nature, but again, watching things change pretty rapidly. Today, we're going to focus on giving you resources for assistance for those workers in the hospitality industry and in the domestic services industries. Got about 4 programs to highlight for you where you can go and apply for direct assistance. I want to start with tipped workers and other service workers, including restaurant workers, delivery drivers, and Uber and Lyft drivers. You can go on to onefairwage.com. That's O-N-E, one spelled out. They have an emergency coronavirus affected workers support fund. They're offering $500 grants for anyone working in the restaurant or hospitality industry, and that is any position. You can apply for that at onefairwage.com. ROC United, that's the Restaurant Opportunities Center United, is also offering a National Direct Financial Assistance Program, $500 relief grants there as well. All hospitality industry. You can go on rocunited.org or anotherrally.org, and that's where the actual application can be found. Try either of those. All these links will be listed below the video. Domesticworkers.org. The National Domestic Workers Alliance has a $400 emergency assistance program for home care workers, nannies, and house cleaners. There is a restriction on there, and I don't want that to discourage you from going online and looking at the eligibility requirements. They're listing some past participation with the National Domestic Workers Alliance or a list of their a long list of affiliates. So go ahead and check it out. You may be eligible. It's definitely worth trying to see if you are for a $400 emergency assistance grant. Those working as bartenders, the U.S. Bartenders Guild has a philanthropic grant program. You do not have to be a member of the USBG to apply. You can apply at usbgfoundation.org. I mentioned yesterday concern for a lot of the freelancers in our area who work in media. This is a large market, the Charlotte and surrounding areas, which includes Fort Mill, for sports production and features production. So there are a lot of people right now who operate in this gig economy who are losing work. I have not found anything directly for this area. Some of the hotspots, the LA, New York, some of their unions are setting up emergency relief funds. Not so much here unless you're a member of IATSE or the Cinematographers Guild or some of those other unions. But what we are watching is what's happening in Britain. The British government is addressing this on a federal, national level for these gig workers, and media in particular is listed in that. We're just not really sure what was going to be available here. Again, following up on that, but hopefully in any kind of stimulus that a self-employed option will apply to people working in that economy. And those are the things that we're definitely watching for. That is a near and dear to me. Some of my household income comes from the same. So watching for that as well, and we'll bring that to you. Definitely, we're hearing that the stimulus program does address furloughed workers, possibly extending unemployment benefits plus an additional amount of funding for up to 4 months, and again mentioned an employee retention tax credit. Those are things we're going to continue to watch, hopefully bring you some updated information on that tomorrow. And check the listings below for the links that I mentioned on the other programs. And do, if you will, share this video with the people you know in Fort Mill, whether they are business owners here or they work in Fort Mill. We want to be able to get this information out, and the more we can share, the better we can saturate our area with information. And we want people to know about these programs. So share this information. Remind people to check back with us. We're going to issue these briefings probably daily right now as things are changing quickly. And they're about to be also listed on our website, fortmillep.org. You can go through that website as well to contact me directly. If you have a business in Fort Mill and there's something we can do for you or something we can run down for you and figure out, then please just do reach out and contact us. And we'll be back with you tomorrow with more information, and wish you a very good Wednesday evening.